Welcome in to 5-Day Crypto. My name is Chase, level 1 CMT and full-time trader. Today we're going to check in on Bitcoin. We're going to start off zoomed in on the 4-hour, then we'll zoom out to the daily and even weekly to get a better picture of what to expect next. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. If you want more help navigating these markets, more content daily, updates, follow our Patreon group. You get access to a private Telegram and you get a whole bunch of alerts. You'll stay up to date on everything that's going on in the markets. Many more videos there. So let's get right to it. Bitcoin on the 4-hour. What are we doing now? Well, we're sweeping the range lows again. Let's just take a look here, right? Going back to all the way back to last weekend on the 4-hour chart, right? We've been here before. We bounced earlier. Well, what is the difference here now? I'm glad you asked. Now, look at the moving averages. Right back here, this EMA 8, this red line. As long as you don't start crossing moving averages, you're still okay to maintain your bullish momentum. However, when you start to cross up, as we're doing now, it becomes a little bit more tangled and the bears are starting to fight a little bit more bigly, very bigly. All right, so now that's what we're doing, right? This is kind of make or break for the short time frame. Bullish long time frame, of course. Short time frame 4-hour chart, we're zoomed way in. We'll probably likely know here, or at least have a better observation sometime today. Now, we close this 4-hour candle in an hour from now. So probably by the time you watch this, you'll know what we're doing here. Now, so far, this is like a spinning top candle. So small real body and high wick, low wick, right? Last time, pretty big bearish candle, but we had that before. And then we recovered quite quickly, right? To the upside. So what you'd want to watch for is a kind of a rejection if we do bounce somewhere around this area, right? This EMA 21 right here, the median line in the Bollinger Band, which is the SMA 20, or anywhere before that, right? So to get bullish again, or to start to gain bullish momentum, I should say, is 51.8, because that clears out all these moving averages again, and we kind of can have a test again of range highs. So the range highs, to flip back bullish, we're looking for a simple close above like 52.4. Right, you can see going all the way back to a week ago, last Wednesday. This is a full week on the 4-hour chart, been unable to close above 52.4. So if the bulls want to step back in and we start to close above that, 52.4, then make way for more bullish upside. However, if we continue closing down here, right, you can see last time we closed and held the EMA 34, which is that orange line. We've now closed below that, and now we're below the lower Bollinger Bands as the mouth is starting to open. Could represent a little bit of a slide down here, right? So let's watch for this. If we do not close back above 51.8 in the next candle or so, that just increases our odds. That's all you have in crypto. There's no certainties but uncertainty. But the odds greatly improve if we cannot recover above 51.8 in the next couple of candles here on the 4-hour chart, that we're going further down. Now, how much further down? Well, I'm glad you asked. We have to zoom out. Let's go like to the 3-day chart, right? This is a good spot to start for the bigger picture. So we have indecision candle, spinning top, right? After a run up, right? 3 like bullish candles here, right? Almost like a 3 white soldiers pattern, indecision. And maybe we're just going to go retest a little bit lower. 49K, that'd be okay. Not too much down, right? We're looking at, like 4%. From current prices, like get real, right? Not a big deal, right? When you make a a run up of 25% in just over a week, right? You can take a little bit of a breath here, right? And still continue your momentum to the upside. So don't panic just because you see Bitcoin down, 2% in a day or in a candle, right? It's not a big deal, right? You got to realize the context of this move. That's a power move. It's allowed to take a little bit of a breather, right? You can't just keep whipping your athlete and expect him to continue to perform. You got to refuel, right? Recharge, and then you can go again. So that's all we're simply doing, right? If worst case, like we go down a little bit longer, prolonged, we cool off to maybe mid 40s, right? To get that kind of bigger picture, let's zoom out a little bit more to the weekly chart. And now you can see how bullish Bitcoin has been here. Right? Everyone just wants Bitcoin to go up and up and up. And it has been doing that, right? 113% move inside of 6 months, right? 180 days. right? We're still within that. So within 6 months, Bitcoin can do over a 2x, and you're complaining about a 2% downwards movement. Shut up, right? Realize the context of where we're at. Realize we can get a little bit of a move down. And even to the EMA 8, which is the highest moving average here, right? The highest moving average is at, 46, 47K. It's still upper to mid 40s, right? The 21 week would be really worst case scenario if we hit that. Now, I'm not saying we're going to 41K, because look at the rise. Week over week, that's rising over $1,000, depending on what prices action does, obviously. But we're rising. So you want to be watching that 21 week like a hawk. And, let's say like the top is in, the local top is in for until the halving. The halving is about 2 months away, 60 days, mid-April, late April, right? I think we're like roughly like 62 days away, I think. Roughly, precisely too. So giving the fact that, let's say our top is in and we start to do something like this where we level off, well, guess what? Like that, it also kind of, targets these range highs, right? Support, breakout, throwback. A throwback is just a bullish retest of a broken level that was once resistance, now flips to support. I mean, all of this would be just fireworks for Bitcoin if this actually plays out. A retest of like mid 40s, the breakout level in the weeks ahead, right? We're looking like March maybe, right? Not too long, a month from now. You can't tell me that this wouldn't be bullish. This would be like load up, final boarding call time. Your bags need to be well packed. If this scenario plays out, everyone will start to be bearish here, but you're going to be on top of it, right? We will be on top of it, I promise. And I will be having all my backs 100% packed at this moment. If I can paint this a little bit darker and make this a little bit more impactful for you to remember, the 21 week, if Bitcoin ever gets there, that's where you buy altcoins. That's where you buy Bitcoin, Link, Ethereum, anything that's in your book. If Bitcoin goes there, that's where you load up. Not financial advice, but that's what the hell I'm going to be doing. And that's what we talk about in our group all the time. Where do we buy? Where do we buy the dip? What are we looking for? Where are we looking for the DXY? What are we looking for Bitcoin dominance? How about the stock market? We track all of that, all these altcoin market caps, the total crypto market cap, every altcoin in this list we talk about some time to time. So if you want more help, that's where to find it. Hopefully that makes sense. Any questions, leave me a comment below. What's clear? What's not clear? All right, let's get to a quote of the day. It is not death that a man should fear, but rather he should fear never beginning to live. Do something different, right? Do something new this year, right? Let's do it together, right? I'll just go someplace you've never been. It starts to just open your mind a little bit more. If you start doing things you've never done, go places you've never been, your horizons start to brighten up, and like you just be surprised. The more new things you do, it just leads to funnels, right? More doors open that you didn't even knew that it opened. Try it. I promise it'll work. All right, car of the day, or truck of the day. Cybertruck. I took this picture. We got one at our local Tesla here. So I went and saw it and took some pictures. There you go. Pretty cool to see in person, right? You've probably seen pictures online. But in person, it's pretty amazing. So here's maybe the first realistic photos you've seen of it. So it's still a little dirty. I think it just got there, right? But pretty epic. The body, the biggest complaint I saw really online is like the panel gaps, and I didn't see anything, right? It all looked pretty spectacular to me. So look at this, right? Look how polished it is too, right? I didn't know it was that kind of shiny. So look, it's almost like a mirror, really, in some parts. You got your rack covers, your tonneau rack, and you can like stand on this. Holds up to 500 pounds. You got your brake lights in the back integrated. Pretty spectacular, really. Let's see if I got a couple more. I got interior. I mean, you might not have seen the interior yet. Huge screen, the biggest that Tesla has to offer. And this one, I think it's like 10 or 20% bigger than in the Model X, Model Y, all the current Teslas. This one is the biggest, as it should be, right? The biggest production car. And then I like the cup holders, how they kept that like octagon shape. That's pretty sweet. Pretty little things like that, little details matter to me. So I like that. Pretty epic looking, right? White interior, black seats. of course, probably a good idea on a truck to have black seats, right? All right, I'll kind of wrap it up there. I'll see you on the next one. And I'll look forward to reading all your comments.